Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you today. And as always, you can see our program on BTC Fibers YouTube page as well as BTC Fibers Channel 18. And today we have with us, excuse me, today we have with us Laura Jones. And I guess I didn't know if you had a title, maybe overseer of the farmers market or...
Oh, I don't know if I have an official title. Volunteer.
But she's with the farmers market here at Harris Park. So Laura, it's good to have you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me and for promoting the market.
Well, no problem. Now this is the second year of this market, right?
Yes, sir, that's correct. They launched last year. This year it's changed a little bit. Last year it was on Tuesday and Friday mornings, but this year we're doing a Saturday morning market.
How's that been, changing it to Saturday? Has that been better?
I think it has definitely helped our consumer base. I think a lot of people have more availability on Saturday mornings, especially for people who work. It's hard to get there on a Tuesday or Friday morning. So we've had good community turnout and we've had a good selection of vendors on Saturday mornings and hoping to see it continue to grow.
Well, good. That was another thing I was going to ask about the vendors. What all products have you seen there at the market?
So we've had several local growers. We have a pastured poultry producer that sells whole chickens and cut pieces. We've got a few farmers or gardeners who have eggs, chicken eggs, duck eggs, goose eggs, produce, blueberries, vegetables, and then a few craft artisans. We had a new one join us this past week, C4 Farms, that has goat milk products, soap, and body butters and things like that.
Oh, okay. That's become more popular lately, the goat milk products and goat products.
Yeah, and hers were wonderful.
Well, that's good. Now, is there anything at the market that maybe is not allowed?
We don't allow selling of live animals, and we are not set up for hot food for immediate consumption, that kind of thing. That requires inspection from the local health department. We are not set up for that yet. And the qualifiers are that you have to be a grower, a producer, or an artisan within a 50-mile radius of Dunlap.
So even people from Pikeville or Whitwell or somewhere else
Absolutely.
come up here.
Absolutely.
It's not just solely in Sequatchie County.
No, it is not. Yeah, anywhere within 50 miles. That's how we've got it written right now.
Well, that brings in more people.
Absolutely, yeah. And just really trying to promote local agriculture and artisanship all through the valley in southeast Tennessee.
Well, I know a lot of local people just that have gardens. They may have more than they can consume, and this is an opportunity for them to make a little money.
That's exactly right. We'd love to see that.
Well, that's good, because I know there's plenty of people that are raising food, and especially now with the crunch on the food.
Right, and prices the way that they're going. Yeah, so really trying to promote local.
Well, good. You said you've had several vendors, so that's a good thing. Now, what time does this start, and when does it end?
It's from 9 to 12 each Saturday morning.
9 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty good time for everybody to get out. They can get out and have their breakfast and come on over.
Right. Grab your breakfast. Well, and there are even some baked goods, so you could have breakfast at the market.
Oh, well, that's good. So, and I know that from the pictures I've seen on Facebook, there's been quite a few vendors.
Yes, we had 5 this past week, and I've been receiving applications for a few more, so I'm very optimistic that as people's produce and flowers and things come in, that we'll see even more by the end of the summer.
Well, I was going to say, right now, some of the products haven't come in yet.
Exactly.
It's not time for them to produce yet.
Yeah, but I've got a few more that are committed to come once their products are available.
Now, this started, when did it start?
May 28th was our opening day.
Okay. And then when does it end?
We are hoping, and a lot of that will be based on vendor availability, but we're hoping to go through September and possibly even a few holiday markets during the holiday season.
Well, you'll be open for the 127 sale.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to be.
Right, yeah, competing with that might be challenging.
But that would be a good time. Well, good. So anybody can participate as long as they meet those criteria that you
As long as
mentioned.
you meet those criteria, yep. And one of the other qualifiers is we ask that it be items that you have either grown or produced yourself, not reselling, because we really do want to promote things that are locally produced.
Well, that's good. It helps the local people, and
Yep.
you don't have to worry about being the second man and
Right.
relate the wholesale and retail market on that. Well, now, are there any fees associated with vendors?
There is a small $5 vendor fee per market day that you attend. We wanted it to be very accessible, and it just basically gives us an advertising budget to work with so that we can create signs and help promote the market. But thanks to what the city has done in the chamber in allowing us to use the pavilion, we don't have to rent space for the market, so we were able to keep our fees very low.
Well, I know several years ago, they used to be behind City Halls where they used to have they tried to start a farmer's market and it didn't go over too well. I don't know if it just wasn't the right time or.
Maybe, and the pavilion is just a great spot for it. You've got the splash pad there, so you can bring your kids and let your kids play, and it's a nice setting, and it's been neat to see it be a real draw for the community as well. People can come and shop and then sit at a table and visit for a little while, so it's been just a community benefit as well.
Well, that's good, because I know with the splash pad, there's plenty of people out there already. And then, of course, Saturday you got people out and about,
Right?
off work and so forth. So that brings it, makes it more accessible.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
that's a good thing. Now, we already mentioned that and got the hours. Now, you're at the pavilion there at Harris Park,
Yes.
so that keeps you a little out of the weather.
Right, it's nice and shady, and there's usually a consistent breeze that comes through, so it's been quite pleasant.
Well, except for this week.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
the weather
rough.
has definitely taken a turn this week.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's this early in the year and it's already
Yes,
that
yeah,
hot.
but at least we've got the shade from the pavilion.
Yeah, drink a lot of water.
Right.
Keep hydrated. Well, are there things that you want to add to this as time goes along to the farmer's market, or things that maybe that are not, that you'd like to see at the farmer's market?
Yeah, in the future, I would love to see if we could do a few special events as well, even, bringing in local music, even turning it into a venue space and having local food trucks, whatever that might look like, and just making community events around it as well, and just promoting all the great things that our area has to offer.
Well, that's true. I don't think people realize how, or maybe they do, but how Dunlap is growing, and there's more things out there that make Dunlap a more attractive place to be.
Right.
And as you mentioned, you could have there's the stage, so you can have plenty of music if you had local music, and keep everything local, and then people could realize just what all's offered here.
Exactly. We have a lot to offer.
And we have a lot to offer by people like you volunteering and helping out and doing those things. And of course, I'm sure you wouldn't mind having some more volunteers, would you?
Yeah, sure. Especially as we grow, it would be great to have a whole team on board to really promote the market and help it run well.
Well, since this is your first year, are there any vendors that you're aware of that were last year?
Yes, Miss Susie Byler from the Mennonite community of the mountain. She was part of it last year and is back again this year, which I am grateful for, because she always has a lot of wonderful vegetables and baked goods and things to offer. So I'm glad that she's back to be a part of it.
Well, I know they were pretty busy last year doing that. And they always have some good things.
They do. They absolutely do.
And natural.
Yeah. Yep.
And I appreciate them because I know they do a lot for the area.
Yes, they do. Yeah,
And,
so we're very glad to have them as part of the market.
And I've noticed too that a lot of the people that participate are just really nice people. They're good people that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's a good vibe at the market for the past few weeks that we've been going, and it's been neat to see it get started and see good feedback from the community. People excited to see it happening.
Well, it's something that hasn't been around. I know Pikeville has a little farmer's market, and it stays pretty busy when it's open, and it's good to have. It's another And maybe, like you say, maybe we can have events around this farmer's market and have a special day
Right.
maybe at Harris Park. That would be nice.
Yeah, I'd love to see it grow that way.
Maybe Miss Janice here at the chamber and the city, Mayor Huth, can get all that squared away for you.
They're doing a great job with what they're doing already.
They sure do. They're a good support.
Yes.
It's good to have people like that to support the program.
Absolutely. They've been very supportive and very encouraging about it.
You know, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that people don't realize that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Miss Janice and Mayor Huth and even County Executive Cartwright, they do a lot of behind the scenes work to get things going.
Yes, they do. They do.
And the idea of actually no rent is there for the open,
Mm-hmm.
that helps.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that opens the market up for a lot more opportunities. And like I mentioned, keeping the fees very accessible for even small and beginning farmers to join in and be a part of it.
Well, if the fees were too high, then they wouldn't make any money and there wouldn't be any reason for them to be there.
Exactly.
You know, and so this way you keep it low and then more and more people can be involved
Right.
and make a little money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I know it's not all about making money, it's the relationships you build, and I'm sure the vendors, they probably feed off of each other and they probably support each other, right?
Yes, very much so, very much so. And it really is building a network of farmers and growers and producers in our community. So.
Because you might have, like you said, you had the ones with the chickens, right?
Mhm.
And so someone might say, well, I know so-and-so who has the chickens. You can check with them. You know, they kind of network with each other.
Right, right. And there's not really a sense of competition. It really is just a network of supporting local producers in all areas.
And I think that's what makes this area grow is everybody supports each other.
Mm-hmm.
We have more and more of that. People don't realize how much support there is around here. I mean, you get people out and it may not be, they may not come out this Saturday or next Saturday, but they'll come out and support it, or they'll support it in one way and say, well, hey, you need to go down here. There's good
Yes.
people down here.
Yeah, and I have gotten a lot of great support from people in the community and other businesses willing to put out flyers to promote the market. So I've been very encouraged by all the support from the community to make the market run.
Well, that's good because people don't realize that's what it takes is supporting one another.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be, you may not be a farmer or anything around that area, but you can support it.
Absolutely.
Because there might be some honey or bread out there that you might like.
That's right.
That you might eat, you know. So that's one way of supporting it. And what are some things that maybe we haven't talked about about the farmers market that people need to know?
Well, I guess we've covered the basics. Every Saturday from 9 to 12, and just really helping to promote everything that's going on. And there are a lot of small farms popping up in the area. The poultry producer, Magic Chicken, they are a new startup farm. My own family's farm, we have a new startup farm. So really supporting new startup farms as well as the long established farms in our area, and just promoting the heritage of agriculture that we have here in this valley, and promoting the good things we have to offer.
Well, I know, of course, some may think, well, you're competing against some of the markets around, like, but you're not really competing. You're just adding to.
Yeah, just adding to supporting all of our local artisans and local growers.
And it's not just the small farms, some of the larger farms can participate as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We'd love to have cover the spectrum of new farmers, well-established farmers, new crafters and artisans, and so yeah, covering the spectrum and having them all.
Well, that'd be good because that way you include everybody. It's not like you're just going after the big folks. You've got everybody, even just your next door neighbor type. Folks.
Yeah, even the gardeners who have an excess of growth this year.
Yeah, I need to get in touch with them. That's one of my favorites. But well, that's good. I'm glad to see all that going around because that gives the summer, it adds something to the summer. Your Saturdays, and gives you a reason to come downtown.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, and that just boosts the economy in general downtown, and all the shops helping each other.
Well, that's the neat part about it because I've noticed all the local establishments here in downtown, they're quick to support all the others.
Right.
And, that, like you said, putting up the flyers or advertising it, telling people, hey, go down here. And So that's a good thing. You have
Right,
the support
right.
that you need.
Right, all thrive together.
And well, I hope this thing grows more, like you said, and grows into a bigger event. So maybe, like you said, have a big event, you know, from time to time. And
Right.
maybe you can do that. Maybe next year to start the start.
That would be great. Yeah, have a great opening launch day for the market and turn it into a great event.
Or maybe have a fall into the season. Maybe you can do two.
Yes, yeah, lots of potential.
Yeah. So that's
I might
good.
need some more volunteers though.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Well, if someone wanted to volunteer, how would they get in touch with you?
You're welcome to give me a phone call. I'll even share my phone number. It's 423-661-5629, or you can contact me at stonecreekblueberries@gmail.com.
Oh, okay. So y'all have the Stone Creek Blueberries.
Yep, that's us.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was y'all.
That's me.
Well, that's pretty neat. And because there's a lot, I noticed in the valley, there's all kinds of farms with all kinds of different variety of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, if you ride around, you see all the livestock.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get, like say, off the grid or off the main roads, you'll see a lot of little stuff.
That's right. That's right.
And and that's what it takes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Laura, I appreciate you coming in today and being with us and sharing with us about the farmers market, because I know it's an exciting thing in here. And folks, I forgot to mention our sponsors, and they are, let me make sure I don't forget them. Embers Ice Cream, have Nickel Roll Antiques, and White Wagon Bed and Breakfast out of Pikeville. So if you need a place to stay or just need some ice cream to eat, or if you're interested in some antiques, go up there in Pikeville. They're all right there on the main road, and visit them. And as always, we thank Bledsoe Fiber for sponsoring our program. So until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.